And now we come to that special time each night, each new day, when we come into the presence of love. We come to break bread with each other. We come to celebrate our love of the Supreme. We come as children of love. Let us relax now. And as we do, if we have a candle handy, may I invite you to light yours with mine, and together we shall light one light for love, for peace, and for unity. And I would like to share this beautiful prayer, which our dear Sister Miriam shared with me some time ago. But I'm going to share it at the beginning, which is rather unusual. But here goes. Eternal Spirit, Earth Maker, Pain Bearer, Life Giver, Source of all that is and that shall be, Father and Mother of us all, loving God in whom is heaven. The hallowing of your name echo through the universe. The way of your justice be followed by the peoples of the world. Your heavenly will be done by all created beings. Your commonwealth of peace and freedom sustain our hope and come on earth. With the bread we need for today, feed us. In the hurts we absorb from one another, forgive us. In times of temptation and test, strengthen us. From trials too great to endure, spare us. From the grip of all that is evil, free us. For you reign in the glory of the power that is love, now and forever. Amen. I'm guided during our vigil this evening or this morning to allow the Spirit of the Supreme speak to our hearts about the true meaning of love. We know that God is love, and that we are children of that love. But do we feel that love? Do we understand the meaning of love? Divine love. Let us come on this special day of Corpus Christi to come into our hearts and reflect on the true meaning that we are loved by God. So let us relax now. Let us be still in the presence of all that is and enjoy the love and the comfort that the Spirit of God brings to each one of us. I would like to play this beautiful song by Ian White, and it's called There Is None Like You. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Sit back and be still. and allow yourself experience the gift of all that is.
There is none like you. No one else can touch my heart like you do. I could search for all eternity long and find there is none like you.
We praise you, God.
There is none like you. No one else can touch my heart like you do. I could search for all eternity long and find there is none like you.
Oh my God. We praise you.
Your mercy flows like a river wide, and healing comes from your hands. Suffering children are safe in your arms. There is none like you. There is none like you. No one else can touch my heart like you do. I can search for all eternity long and find there is none like you. There is none like you. There is none like you. No one else can touch my heart like you do. I can search for all eternity long and find there is none like you. There is none like you. I can search for all eternity long. There is none. There is none. There is none. I know there's none. There is none like you.
We praise you, oh God. We praise you. What a beautiful, beautiful song. There is none like you. There is none like the Father, Mother God, the mystical heart of God, who has chosen you and me, along with the whole family of God, to surrender their heart to love, to surrender their heart to all that is. And you have heard the cry of the beloved in the wilderness, and you have come to sit at the table of God and allow the cosmic Christ, who epitomizes this beautiful feast of Corpus Christi, the body and the blood of the Christ. And though you may not be a Christian, what I share with you is not to offend you, but to share with you a part of our belief that is part of who we are, but it's a private belief. and it's a belief that is rooted in ancient teachings of the great ones. For 2,000 years ago, the Father, Mother, God allowed their Son be born for you and me. And as a token of His love for us, He left us a legacy of love in the appearance of a simple piece of bread and wine. But the angels of God, with the power of God, did something amazing. They transformed that bread into the body of Christ and the wine into the very blood. It is a spiritual feast that refreshes the soul. Like the chants in Buddhism, they empower the mind, climb to a new level of heightened awareness of all that is. So we who are Christian, we hold this feast close to our heart. But let us understand the meaning of love. Sri Chinmoy says this about love. The power of love is infinitely more powerful than the power of hatred. Because when you love someone, at that time his divine qualities have to come forward. And as you know, the great Buddha Dhampada left us a beautiful saying: hate is not overcome by hate. Hate is overcome by love. And many of the spiritual masters, including a lot of the Catholic Christian saints, demonstrated their love of the Supreme, not only in their words, their poetry and song, but in how they lived their life. They became God's footprints, and wherever they went, they left a blessing, and they left love. And that's what you and I are called to be. We are called to be the beating heart of a loving God in a world where many have lost sight of the meaning of love. When love power conquers, the conquest is not for the expansion of influence, but for the illumination of existence, says Sri Chinmoy. And St. John in his Gospel says, God is love, and he who abides in love abides in God, and God abides in him. We are children of love. And we who are here this evening, this morning, we have come together because we have each shared something very precious and special in our lifetimes together before this incarnation. And it is my belief, and you may think I've lost the plot, but I believe in my heart, because my heart is my teacher, that those of us who meet here regularly We are of God, and we were appointed by the Christ 2,000 years ago. We were anointed by him. We were touched by him. And our feet were anointed by Magdalena by the shores of the Red Sea near Mount Sinai, when we were all therapeutai Essenes, therapists who lived in a community of love. And the Christ asked one thing of us: will you return and hold the light of my love, so that all will see and surrender their heart to love? And that is why we are here. We are holding the light for the world. And though many may not give it second chance, you and I have taken that request from the Christ seriously. And we have demonstrated our commitment by the love we share here every night, where we break bread together as friends, as soul brothers and sisters, because of our love for the Supreme. And though in this incarnation we may have chosen a different path of belief, we still love the same God, and that is okay. God will judge us not by the design or labels we wear, but by the fruits we share with one another, the good that we do for one another. So let us now come to this beautiful table of love, and let us sit with the Beloved and allow the Spirit of God touch us. Be still now. Be still in the presence of God. Be still in the presence of the I Am presence within you. And you are safe here, because you are a beloved of the Supreme. You are a child of the Most High, and you were called by name. And that is why you're here. You have heard that voice. And though, like me, tiredness often gets the upper hand, and we may fall asleep, or we may think, oh no, I'm too tired to stay up till midnight. I'm going to go to bed. I need my rest. And then a voice speaks to you. Please don't go. Please come and watch with me, so that I can speak to you, that I can touch you, that I can empower you to self-heal and take back your power as a beloved of God, a power this world has tried to take from you many, many times through the deceit of the enemy of your soul. I call that enemy the Antichrist. Many poo-poo the Antichrist. I have seen him as a young novice monk back in the 1960s and it was pretty scary. And I encounter his delusions every day I live, the distractions he brings into my life, to throw in the towel, to give in, to give up, not to listen to my heart, but to follow what my mind is telling me, which often is more about vanity, ego, hate. We are now sat at this table, and we have joined the company of heaven. Let us take a deep breath. Let us hold that in breath. And now let us release our love to the cosmic Christ. And relax. Relax in the presence of love. Relax and know that you are loved. Truly, truly loved. And as you greet your brothers and sisters, we sit quietly, and our attention is drawn to the Christ. We can see our beloved Mother Mary with her head resting on the shoulder of her Son. And on the opposite side we can see the beloved Magdalena, and her head is resting on his shoulder. But he lifts up his hands and he calls you, come. Look at the gift I give to you. I give you now the most precious gift you could ever receive. And as you look at his hands, you can see that they are weathered from hard toil and prayer. He opens his tunic and he reveals to you his heart. There is a flame of love situated at the apex of the heart, and all around it there is a shower of golden light, and that light is touching you. That light is drawing your eyes to the heart of the Christ, to the corpus, the body of the Christ. And you can see the Sacred Heart. It is beating with love for you. And he calls you, give me your hand. He takes your hand and he places it over his heart. And you can feel the beats, and they're beats of love for you. And with your hand held over the heart of the Christ, you are experiencing a transformation in your mind. It has become quiet, still, relaxed. And throughout your body, there is a stillness, an inner peace. There is a healing current of love flowing through every muscle tissue, organ, every blood cell. And His love is going right to the part where you need it the most. Be still now. And suddenly an angel of God comes to you from behind the Christ, and He gives you a scroll, and it is your life. It is your sacred contract of all that you've experienced in this life, and He blesses it because you have honored, you have faced, you have crossed over every obstacle, and though at times fallen down, you've got up again. And the blood that's on your hand is the precious blood of the Christ. And He asks you to place the hands holding the scroll so that His love, His living blood, transforms your life, transforms your sacred contract, and blesses every experience, every obstacle, every trial with a profound blessing. Sense the love. Sense His love for you. Sense His gift of life to you. And as you return to your place, you are in total awe of what the Beloved has done for you. He has allowed you see His heart. He has allowed you touch His sacred heart. And He has allowed you receive the precious blood to bless your sacred contract and to redeem all the trials and tribulations, all the obstacles, disappointments that each one of us have faced so far. They have transformed, and we are free. We are free. We are free. Breathe in the breath of God. Breathe in the love of your God. Breathe in the power of that love. And the parting words of the Christ to you this day, this special day. You are other Christs in the modern world. Take my heart in your heart. Take my love in your love. And let my feet be your feet. Let my hands and the power that they release be your hands, so that whatever you touch, whoever you pray for, they will be healed, because I have blessed you. The Christ has touched you. Breathe on me, breath of God. Fill me, your child, with life anew, that I may love what thou dost love. embrace your divinity, O beloved child of God, and let nothing disquiet you. Let nothing separate you from your God. And in the presence of the company of heaven, in the presence of the Christ, Magdalena and Mother Mary, Kuan Yin, Isis and Gaia, in the presence of all our spiritual teachers and the Ascended Masters, I hold this sacred flame representing the mystical heart of God, and I now ask the Christ to embrace you, to touch you, so that you become other Christs, and let your light shine in this beautiful world where so many have become spiritually impoverished. Let the light of the cosmic Christ and the divine feminine flow through you so that you become a portal of divine love. Namaste. Shalom. Inshallah. Paxet Bonum. Om Shanti. Solo di Caritas. Peace. Peace. I wish you peace. And peace to the world, and to every child of God. We wish you peace. Until we meet again, God bless you.